here's how we trade. For example, this is the, let's say, the dollar yen, right? Looking at it today, I have been watching this currency like crazy, and I've been waiting for it because it's been ranging. So basically, the way we trade, I like to take trade at the beginning of the hour. That's basically primarily how I trade. We look to see when the hour is just about to change. Chances are, once it starts going, it takes a lot to change the hour. We're gonna take that swing trade right here. So watching it, the highest that the dollar yen went to, I think it was today. I think it was like around. I would say it was like around 8 or 9. Let me see. Yeah, it was about 9 o'clock because it says 9 at the bottom. It was about 9. I was trading, and this thing wasn't going anywhere. Every single time you push to go long, it wouldn't go long. So I actually shorted this. Actually, my price was 35. I had some people who shorted at 27. But what I did not expect was that huge sell-off. So what it is, that Cobra turn, it had and went short. Took that trade right here at 102.36, and it just dropped down to 101.70. But it broke all kind of support. So that's the first one right there. It took a little bit of breath, and we had great indication on the high and low. That's a great trade right here. So we could take this trade. It was really simple. As soon as Cobra turned, says we're short, we took that trade and just walk away from it. And that's basically what I did. I got into that trade. To be honest, I was extremely tired. Last night ranged out so much. It was so irritating to me. I basically went to sleep. I woke up, and I think we had news at 5:30, and we had crude oil that came out. Nothing happened. If it was good news for the U.S., every single time it went to go long, the thing would, it wasn't going anywhere. It went to 42, then dropped right back down. So when the Cobra went short, take that short. But that was what I was very surprised at, is that it was toward the end of the session that we started having this huge drop. I was asleep actually when I woke up, and pricing was at 24, and I was short at 35. Then I was like, oh, only 10 pips, and now the blue is just started dropping a ton of, it's been selling off. And you know what, guys, and as I'm doing this, the turn, look at that turn right here. Once that short was completed, Cobra turned again tonight, and to be honest, I'm really extremely disappointed at this one right here. I really was not expecting, even though this is the first leg, took a small breath, this is the second leg, it had pierced the ocean, we were at the very bottom, but I was not really expecting this huge turnaround so quickly in those currencies, especially being that it's Wednesday night. I really was hoping that it was gonna actually drop some more, a little bit more, at least maybe like around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, turn around and go long. But this thing took off right here, went long at about 101.88, and now we're sitting at 102.22. So that was a very big turnaround. I'm a bit irritated at this because I did not catch this. I saw it in the euro yen. I saw the reversal, but honestly, I did not expect it. So that's the first way we take trades, is that we basically try to catch it at the very beginning of the hour. If you take this at the beginning of the hour right now, you'll be way up. Same thing with the euro yen. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Sorry for saying ridiculous. I'm just a bit irritated that I think I missed that turn right there. It did the same thing. It ranged out all night last night. I'm talking about it really ranged out. Went long a little bit, but there was no volume to take it long. And by looking at the size of those candles, you wouldn't take that long. You would just ignore it. There is no blue candle here as it went long. You would pass that. But once it turned, it went. and started going short, same thing happened. Out of the blue, there was a huge sell-off in the euro yen, took it all the way down to 50, 140.50. What's really impressive right now is that turn in the middle of the night is just turn. Actually, doing the webinar, I got in over here. I think I just got in at 82 because I was waiting for it to break some resistance level. We have another resistance here, which will be at 140, 132. I have to see if the euro yen is going to be able to breach that, because it's been trying to breach it for some days. It went to 50. It hasn't been able to break it. Back down to 32. That was this morning. So now I want to see if it's going to be able to breach it and go past that and see where it's going to stop. But that was a great turn. If we were trading, if we were paying attention to the system, actually, I mean, I saw this, but I just didn't take it, to be honest. I didn't get it until like 82, which really is a bad entry for me. I usually will take it at the bottom. I was just shocked. I was talking to another trader. We were just like pretty much shocked. That's the best way I can say it, that they turned it so quickly after that huge drop. And then now we are back long. I mean, I thought for sure they were gonna try to break it and try to go to like maybe 140, or maybe I don't know. They went to 140.28, I think, and that's the lowest that it went. But that's one thing I want to get into more detail. But I think I'm more in tune about trading at the moment, and I want to show you guys. Besides the beginning of the hour, which is right here, once Cobra turn and say we're long, we would be taking this long right here. But the other thing is, for me, the way I trade, which guarantees, I'm talking about guarantees that we make pips, is the 5 minutes right here. I'm looking at pricing, it's way at the bottom, 140.30. The next candle, if you're looking at it, the short candle is getting smaller. It's kind of small. The one following that is very small, green candle. Then after that, Cobra got underneath it to say that, hey, it's sort of flickering, we're about to go long. At the same time, the 5 minutes, if you're paying attention to it, because that's your entry, I use that to allow me to enter my trade a little early. As the hours big is looking to turn, so is the 5 minutes. It's going to get me in there a lot faster. I'm looking at it. There is enough volume. It's at the very bottom of the ocean. The bottom line right there signify, hey, don't take any short here. All you want to do is take long. I had an error confirming that I was long. Me personally, I mean, I have to clarify this, okay? I did not take this trade, and that was my fault. I did see it, and that's why I'm kind of irritated. I have to be honest. Saw it. Gradually, it went long. The price that it's turned long was at 140.40, and it went to 140.84. I wasn't really looking to take the trade because I didn't think that the swing trade was going to start, and that was the beginning of this trade right here. Everything, if you're looking at the 5, the hour, they all match. Cobra turned from red to yellow, saying you're going long, and you started going long. And over here, and here's the brilliance of this, okay? Cobra turned as it got to 82, and I was watching, and that's basically when I got into the trade myself. And I'm not going to hold that for very long. As soon as this breaks 96, I'm going to, I'm going to see if it's going to test 33. After that, I think I'm going to get out and take my pips. But here's what happens here. The 5 minute took a breath. It ranged out a little bit. That did not mean you were short, because if you're looking at the bottom, high and low, you only had blue candles. What that told you is that you are still long. Do not take this short. Because a lot of you guys, including me, sometimes I look at a trade like this and say, oh, this is done, this is the pullback. At the time, pricing was at about 82. It's time to go short. No, it isn't. It's not time to go short because high and low is still blue. It's all buy. There is no selling signal here. Sure enough, Cobra turned, and we have the next candle again. It's pushing up. Now the question with this trade is this. I personally don't like it. I'm in it. I get in at 82, and I'm looking to get out because I was just, I don't know, I can say I just got really, I don't, super annoyed with it, to be honest with you, that I missed this trade right here. I should have gotten right here. But anyhow, this is how we get into trade. Now, this is a swing trade. This is the very first hour. Obviously, usually there will be a major pullback here. There will be a huge retracement, and I must, the UAE will probably pull back to somewhere like around 60. And for some of you guys who haven't gotten, you'll be able to get in at at a better price. Even myself, I'm gonna get out of my trade just a little bit here and collect those pips. It will be like 12 pips or whatever, and go on and move on. But here's the 5 minutes. We have a long signal here. Everything is in line. Even the 1 minute, if you're looking at it right now, it's taking a short breath. Just to give you an indication, I do use multiple screens. That way I'm able to see everything that I need to see. Now this is only for when we are doing what like swing trade. This is only the beginning. So tonight, I don't know, who knows, maybe they're going to take this all the way back up to like 140, I don't know, 140, 150, 142. I'm not sure. I'm just really baffled that it's way up there. But so pricing does not deviate way too much. If I'm down here, pricing is at the bottom of the ocean. If I'm going long, if it pushes back a little bit, it's not gonna take me way far down. It's not gonna happen. That's why I'm always very confident when I'm taking a trade at the bottom of the ocean. Going long, I know it's gonna pay me. Up here, I took the trade at 80. I was well beyond the boundaries of where I was supposed to take it. I broke some rules. That should have never happened. I should have never done that. So far, I'm lucky. I turn around. I'm still up. I'm still a few pips up, but it's not what I call a stellar trade. That's actually a pretty bad trade for me. That, to be honest, I did not execute that correctly. But the hour is just turning long, and I'm looking at the size of the candle. Another thing for me, when I'm trading, I always look at the size of my candles, how big they are. So I'm looking at, is there a lot of money in them? If they're small, like if you see these small little candles like you see right here, you can tell these are what I call breath candles. They're not doing anything. They're just taking a breather. Then after that, it's going to turn around and drop. That's why in low state green, you don't take those. And then also, if you notice, pricing right here was still at the very, very top of the ocean. And that was true when this move started. As it dropped, it got to the bottom of the ocean. I kid you guys not. It was there is one guy that I trade with. Is in Yuko, was turning color, indicating the 5 minutes about to go short, and that you always have to respect, because it can come back somewhere to 66, and then you will notice Cobra will turn back again to go long. So now you'll be going in the direction of the hour. But the move itself long was right here. You get in touch with this and you get in line with the 5 direction of the hour. You're noticing the sell-off is done. Or if it was long, for example, if it was right here, we had this huge long. If it's done, the 5 minutes will always match it as it's about to go short. Always. Like right here. Always match it. And guys, this is how we make we get great pips. Right now I'm looking at the 5 minutes. It's pulled back a little bit. So 140, 104, that would be it. That means they weren't able to break that. I'm not saying that they're done. I'm saying for the moment they probably will come back and test it again. I'm sure they're going to do it a couple times, but this is what it is. On the 5-minute euro yen chart, let me see. This is a position. This is the euro USD. The weekly still long, but the candle, the hour is getting a little bit smaller. Obviously, we had some massive drop. The daily has been short for a long time. In the daily, we've been short since like 139.20, 139.28. We've been short, still short. The 4-hour short, but it's, you know, but here's the thing. I think this is gonna be the Euro USD. It might still drop some because it's at the very top of the ocean. This is the 4-hour. I would not want to take this long anymore, but it's just I hate taking trades. But the thing is, it's been short for so long. It's just pulling back right now. I haven't seen a yellow candle yet, but the 60 minutes just turned long. Just like when we were talking about, it was at 85. Cobra turned long, and it's pushing long. It's trying to fight it, you know, trying to fight. And then I think it's first, it has to cross 137.97. That's probably why it's still stuck up there. It's gotta cross that. Then once it does, 137.99. Then after that, 138.35. That's the next resistance level. So everything is right there. So it's not gonna have. If once it clears this, it should have no problem. The Euro USD to go over there and start testing higher levels. But the weekly, if we're looking at those candles right here, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see. The candles right here, it's getting smaller. There is no green in them on top anymore. That's small. The last one is very small. And Cobra is beginning to make its way down to go catch up with it so it can start turning long. So besides that sell-off today, that could be the end of it, of the short, that we can very well start seeing some long right here is going to start showing up on the weekly. Yellow candle. And just that question you had asked me earlier, we are right there. See, this is the means. It turned, the hour just turned at the very top of the means. So it could go either way. I would take that trade. I would have no problem taking it. I would just be very cautious taking it because I like to have room to make me feel comfortable that it's not gonna push down. Obviously, I would be keeping my keeping serious eyes on whether or not it's gonna break 137.97, which is resistance. It's not major, it's only hourly, so it should be able to break it. And daily resistance is at 139.59, so it has plenty of room to go in the daily. In the weekly, plenty of room as well. So that's, we have a position chart for, so you guys can see where you are. I like to trade in the direction of the daily. This is why, like right now for me, the Euro yen just took me by surprise actually when it dropped. I really was expecting it to go long, but when it did drop, I was like, okay, but I was expecting it to drop just a little bit more. The low for the Euro yen was 140.26. So it's not likely it's going to go back down there. But 140.97, if it does not clear 141.33, I mean, it was just there just this afternoon. It's going to go way short again tonight. It probably will not go all the way back down there, but we got some room to, but it'll definitely drop. And at this point, for some of you guys who are position traders, when we have this massive drop, like in the dollar yen, euro yen, it's especially those two currencies, dollar yen, euro yen, there's nothing to be afraid of. That's when you add. Me, I was actually waiting for the dollar yen to actually continue dropping more so I can add